Welcome to part 9 of the full no bullshit YouTube ads course, and this time I'm giving you a small introductory to webinar and VSL call funnels. So I'm giving you a small overview of these two funnels. And let's start with the webinar funnel, the overview. At the beginning we have an opt-in. That's where the people leave their name and their email address and they select a time. And then after they've opted in with their email address, we of course have the email address, that's the icon below. And then they're going to be sent to a thank you page where they wait till the webinar starts. Because most people use a just-in-time webinar, like a pre-recorded webinar that just has a few time slots they can select at the opt-in, and then they land at the thank you page. There's a small video that's like pre-selling them a little bit, and then they can enter the webinar room from the thank you page and wait till the webinar starts. And then the webinar itself is just the video recording with the chat. And after the webinar is done, we will send them to a sales page. And on the sales page, we will send them to the checkout where they can actually purchase our product. And we will use the email to send a few emails. And I will explain a little bit more here. We will be sending a starting now email after the person opted in. This will be linking to the thank you page where they can join the room, the webinar room. And if they fail to attend the webinar, we will send them an email with a link to the opt-in so they can opt in again for a new time slot. And after some time, we will send the replay to everyone that opted in and start the closing sequence. The replay is just the replay of the webinar, and the closing sequence are 4 emails that lead to the sales page. So all these 4 emails simply are pitches that link to the sales page, and the sales page, of course, links to the checkout, and then they can purchase. And at the end, you can try to downsell the remaining people that haven't bought the main product to lower ticket products. Because a webinar is mostly mass market. You will use this for broad, big audiences. So you will have lots of people in your funnel that you already paid for via these ads that are probably not going to buy your main offer. And after some time, you can try to downsell these remaining people to maybe some lower ticket products you have, just so these people don't go to waste. That's like a rough, quick webinar overview. And now let's look at the VSL call funnel overview. That funnel is way simpler. We have the opt-in, and opt-in is still just the name and the email address, and then they land on the VSL page, and the VSL stands for video sales letter. It's just a quick sales video. And after the VSL, they click on a button and then land on the call booking page where they can book a call with either you or your salesperson. And then after they book the call, they land on a thank you page, and then they will eventually be called. And the person, either you or your salesperson, will try to close the person on the phone and sell them the product on the phone. And at the opt-in, we also get the email address. So we'll, of course, send them a few emails. These are just simple emails that are pitching to the call booking page. But we will discuss this a little bit more later on. And let's go in detail for the VSL call funnel. Sadly, I can't go in detail for the webinar funnel because that's just way too complex and would take way too long, but I think most of you are going to use the VSL call funnel, so we will go in detail here. That's how a basic opt-in page looks like. It has the big heading, the big headline. That's the big promise, the stuff your audience truly wants and needs. That's like the big promise that pulls them through the funnel in the headline. Go from ... to ... in ... by ... That's the framework I gave you to like script the big promise. And then we most of the time have an interesting picture with a play button because we are pitching the people to watch a free training video. That's our sales video in disguise. So they think they're getting a free training video, but in reality, it's like our sales video mixed in with some value. So most of the time we will have a picture that looks like a video. It's just a picture with a play button. So when people click on it, it opens in pop-up, and this pop-up is the opt-in where they can enter in their name and email address. The CTA button is also the same. It also leads to a pop-up if you click on it, and the pop-up has the opt-in with the name and the email address. And the bullet points are the new beliefs. So we've talked about it. The goal of a funnel is convincing somebody to buy our product. And if we have a targeted and very interested audience, we need 3 pain points and 3 new beliefs. And if we have a broad audience that's not that interested, more like a mass market audience, we need 3 pain points also. But now we need 6 new beliefs. And you can pick a few of these new beliefs and put them here as the bullet points. Because people normally don't opt in for pain. Normally, humans want to walk away from pain. Normally, we want to run away from pain and not opt in to get more pain. So it wouldn't make sense to use pain points for the opt-in. It's honestly a little bit better to use just new beliefs. But sometimes pain points could work as well, like avoiding pain. But I think new beliefs are better as these bullet points. And then the VSL page. We also have the big promise on the headline. The same big promise also in the headline. And then we have the video player. That's our actual VSL, our actual sales video. And we should use a video player with built-in analytics. So we definitely need analytics that tracks like watch time and drop-off points. So that's important. But most funnel builders you're probably going to use like Go High Level or ClickFunnels have built-in analytics. So that's nothing you have to worry about. And then we have a CTA button that's appearing when the pitch starts. With most landing page builders, you have a setting and you can put in the time when this element should appear. You can like set up that this CTA button only appears after 5 minutes. So after the person has been on this page for more than 5 minutes, this button appears. And you should set it up in a way that this CTA button appears right when the pitch in the video starts. So if your pitch in a video where you pitch the phone call starts at 8 minutes in, you set the button up in a way that the button appears also 8 minutes in. So this button should appear when the pitch starts in the video. That's like a rule of thumb. A lot of people use it like this and it works great. And then in the VSL, in the sales video, we pitch the call. We pitch them to book a call with us. And here, most people use Calendly. It's a software, Calendly. It works really well. And it's just a call scheduling software, and it works really well. And here we can set up a few questions. You have probably used Calendly before, so you know this, but we have like a form. We can implement a little form the person has to fill out before they're able to book a call with us. And in this little form, we want to have a few questions to qualify the person. We want to make sure we only get on phone calls with qualified people. So we have to have a little bit information about the person to determine if he's qualified or not. So ask a few questions to qualify the person, then ask a few questions in this form to find pain points. And you don't have to ask a few questions. One is also enough. And then you should also activate the email and text reminders. In Calendly, you can activate the email and text reminders, and this just means that the person that has booked a call with you gets reminded of these calls via email and text. And this just increases the show up rate, like the rate that the booked calls actually show up. And this is how the thank you page looks like. It's just a small little headline. Thanks for booking, watch this video. And in the video, you're going to explain how this call is going to work. You will give them all the necessary information and how the call is going to go down. Also state your rules. What rules do you have? Make sure to tell them that they should be on point, like you shouldn't have to wait for them. They should be in their room. It should be quiet. They should be able to concentrate. Maybe they should already prepare some questions for you. And maybe they should have a notepad and a pen near them. So state your rules. They should definitely be on point, not late. And they should be in a quiet room where they're able to concentrate. That's really important. And then show them results and make them hyped. A lot of people have the problem that people will book calls but not actually show up for the calls. That's a big problem most people have. People book calls but not show up. And the easiest and most logical way to make the people actually show up is just to make them hyped about it. If the person actually wants to take this call, they will, of course, actually show up. But if the person isn't really interested and just randomly book this call, of course, he's not going to show up. So the easiest way to make them actually show up is making them looking forward to the call. They should actually be looking forward to having this call with you, and then they're also going to show up. And you can use this video on the thank you page to like pre-sell them a little bit and make them hyped about the call, make them look forward to it. And these are the emails. We have a welcome email. That's just a generic welcome email after they've opted in, and then followed by a pitch and another pitch. And both of these pitches are linking to the call booking page. So we just welcome them. Hey, thanks for opting in. Cool that you're interested in this topic. And then after some time, we send an automated email with a pitch to our call booking page. And then again, after some time, another pitch to our call booking page. And keep an eye out for the open rate. If your open rate gets too low, maybe Gmail or like the email providers stop delivering your emails to the primary inbox. So keep an eye out for that. And the email should stay super simple. Don't overcomplicate it. We always start simple and then optimize. And now you should have a general overview of how the webinar, the automated webinar funnel looks like, and should have a more detailed overview of how the VSL call funnel looks like. And I'm pretty sure most of you are going to sell high ticket with a VSL call funnel, and that's why we've gone in more detail here.